for me at that moment in time, it was so profound because it was the first time that I actually released control to a power I couldn't see, couldn't feel, couldn't hear. And the amazing, so I'm telling you the story, and you're like, well, yeah, that happens all the time. And I'm like, so we've been involved in this world for a really long time. How have we never talked about it?
Right?
And that's when you handed me your Moldavite.
Oh, jeepers. Really?
Yeah, you handed
I
me,
don't remember.
and it was like on fire in my hand. And Moldavite is a crazy, crazy rock. If anybody doesn't know about it, look it up. It's crazy. And then it was the next time that you came over, we did a meditation. And you're like, dude, what's with all the ghosts in your house? And I'm like,
right. It's all coming back to me. Downloaded. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So,
and that's when Adam walked in the back door. You're like, and it looks like that dude.
yes. This makes total sense now. Yeah. So it's been a freaking wicked journey. And so we've just kept going, kept doing different things, and always come back to spirit, which is cool because everything we talk about is actually on an energetic level. We'll sit down and have coffee, and it always comes back around to, okay, well, like, what energy is happening here? And whether it's masculine, feminine energy, whether it's like color. But we had this conversation in here today. It always comes back to that. And so I just think it's so cool.
Welcome back to our second episode of the Ritual Pantry. I'm Heather. This is Stephanie. We are two chefs who met in culinary school and just want to talk about the things that we love. After 22 years of friendship.
Yeah, but we weren't friends the whole time. It's a funny story because people always ask you why you weren't at my wedding. There was like this phase of life where you were gone.
I had other stuff to do, like bad relationships.
I was going to say, wait a minute. I remember that time, but not because I was in it. I was just there for the tail end of it, and it was terrible. But I'm glad to be on this end of it. And okay, so let's tell people how this actually went down. Because I accidentally texted Heather, thinking she was a different Heather, in my phone. Funny, this recently happened. That's
we're not going to talk.
No, we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, we're talking about a good experience. And so I texted her, and it was like, oh, hey, it's this Heather. And I was like, oh, sweet. Like, what was I having? A housewarming party?
You're having a housewarming party for Shaughnessy's house.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, well, come over. Fuck yeah. So she did. And then it just kind of went from there. I went over to her house after that, and we didn't really know each other at the time. That we were like...
It was like a surface level
spiritual.
Well, let's back it up. Like when we were in culinary school, we were inseparable, but it was never like that deep, soulful connection that we established later on. It was surface, it was school, it was...
which was so weird.
We were the top of our class, and we made fun of everybody because we were jackasses.
Truth. But we also went to Spain together and shared a room. Like, we were close enough to do that. And so I don't actually know what happened. I think we both just got involved in work after culinary school, and we were both just like, okay, we got to go do our thing. And that was it. And so then when we connected again, it was really fun. It was really cool. And obviously, look at us now.
Inseparable, joined at the hip.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was funny because we were sitting in your living room, and I kept seeing some dead dude in the back of your house. And I was like, who the hell? What kind of spirit you got up in here, bro? And you're like, oh, yeah, that's just the... I was like, oh, okay, cool. And that's how it all began. We just started talking about, woo-woo shit. and here we are. Woo-woo.
See, and I remember it different. I remember you coming over for dinner. We were just hanging out, and you were about to leave because you're standing in my entrance for, it seemed like, an hour.
Probably.
And I was telling you about when I finally, ended the relationship, and
This
I'm
seems
like
still consistent.
and I mean, this is years ago, so the details are fuzzy. It's
Yeah.
once you release stuff, it kinda,
Hmm. Yeah, let's
details
not bring up the bad shit.
the details fall away. But I'm standing in my living room, and I threw my hands up, and I'm like, this is I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, but I'm literally putting my faith back into at the time, it was like, I'm literally, God, I release to you. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to end this. I don't know how to get out of it. And as soon as I had that release, everything started going into play. Everything started falling into place, and the relationship
Oh,
ended.
Nelly.
Oh, it's okay. It's just my coffee. We got this.
Sacred juice.
And for me at that moment in time, it was so profound because it was the first time that I actually released control to a power I couldn't see, couldn't feel, couldn't hear. And the amazing, so I'm telling you the story, and you're like, well, yeah, that happens all the time. And I'm like, so we've been involved in this world for a really long time. How have we never talked about it?
Right?
And that's when you handed me your Moldavite.
Oh, jeepers. Really?
Yeah, you handed
I
me,
don't remember.
and it was like on fire in my hand. And Moldavite is a crazy, crazy rock. If anybody doesn't know about it, look it up. It's crazy. And then it was the next time that you came over, we did a meditation. Dude, what's
Yes,
with all the
right.
ghosts in your house? And I'm like,
Right. It's all coming back to me. Downloaded. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So
and
it's
that's when
been
Adam walked in the back door. You're like, and it looks like that dude.
yes. This makes total sense now. Yeah. So it's been a freaking wicked journey. And so we've just kept going, kept doing different things, and always come back to spirit, which is cool because everything we talk about is actually on an energetic level. We'll sit down and have coffee, and it always comes back around to, okay, well, like, what energy is happening here? And and whether it's masculine, feminine energy, whether it's like color. But we had this conversation in here today. Uh, i- it's it always comes back to that, and so I just think it's so cool.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we actually finally had that conversation years ago where we could
Yeah.
connect and really discover our own journeys. Because a lot of it has been separate.
Hmm.
I go and do retreats where you go and do courses, and
Hmm.
I kind of like to incorporate travel along with it when with my spiritual journey, where because you have such a busy life with such a robust family, and you going a mile a minute all the time, that you take chunks out of your day where I take chunks out of my month to
Yeah,
go and do things.
for sure. You're like, this is. You're so right. It incorporates differently into your life, and which is so super cool because I really want to talk about this. Is about how it works and how to incorporate magic,
Oh, the magic.
good juju into your daily life. And I didn't always do it. Man, there was a time where I was like just fucking angry all the time. No matter what, I was just angry.
I think we've all been there. I mean, you're not alone in that.
No, I know I'm not, but it's hard to be in, right? It's really hard to look at yourself from the outside and in a moment and see yourself and then be on the other side of it and you're like, man, that sucked. I sucked in that moment. And now to be consciously aware of it and be able to shift in the moment is it's hard, but it takes work and it can be done, which is it's a gift. It's a real gift. And I'm glad that I've put in the work to do that.
Yeah, instead of lasting months, years, you can catch yourself in the moment. I mean, sometimes it still lasts a week. For
I feel like
instance,
I'm in there right now, honestly.
for instance, I had a conversation last week with my boss in the hallway and ended up in tears because I just wasn't releasing something that happened. So I had my one-on-one with him this week, and he's like, "I was actually really concerned about you. Like, when this happens, like, what do we do? What?" I'm like, "Well, it's
Like, listen, what's the
there's."
moon cycle? I don't know, man. Make the moon stop cycling?
But it's not what other people can do. It's how we catch ourselves and how we bring ourselves out of that. And those rituals that allow us to catch ourselves to be like, yeah, no, this doesn't work for me.
So, that word, ritual, what do you do?
Well,
What's a go-to for you that you know will work every time to snap you out of something, a funk, a quick funk sometimes?
so it's a matter of like catching yourself, right?
Mhm.
It's recognizing that I'm moody, I'm reactive, I am in tears, this isn't working for
Mhm.
me, I'm not happy. So the best thing that I can do, start taking deep breaths.
Oh, I love me some box breathing.
It's, yeah, just that. In for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, out for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds. Do that 3 or 4 times, and it's amazing how you can regulate your nervous system back to, like,
Yeah. I did some coursework on box breathing, actually.
mm,
And, uh, when you're in, like, crazy, crazy overwhelm, the 5 seconds can make it worse. So, I just wanna put it out there for the peeps because it's important to note this, that because sometimes holding your breath for 5 seconds can seem like an eternity. And I
okay, that's
remember
fair.
I remember this when we were doing yoga, where sometimes the pranayama deep breathing, I was like, I can't function, like, it was too much. And so if you
That's
slow it down to even 3 seconds, even if you can do 3 seconds to just be consciously aware of your breath, and that's it. It makes such a big difference. And I took as part of that course, it was also just being present. And one of the things that they did was so funny because it's something I think everybody chews, okay? That's a thing everybody does. Um, was chewing. It was the art of chewing and what that can do for you. So they gave everyone in the room a different candy or or chocolate or something. And your task was to take a full minute to eat that candy. Now, if you're like me, uh, number one, I like sugar. Just putting that out there. But also, I chew things really fast. And like hard candies, like suckers or whatever. If I have a sucker, I don't suck those things. I'm like chomp and I chew it. So it was really interesting because they were like, okay, close your eyes, put it in your mouth, and you need to chew it. You need to feel it. You need to, what does it taste like? What does it feel like? And it was like so calming. So I had high chew, and high chews are bomb. So like it's the art of being consciously aware that you are slowing down. And if you need a tool like breathing, like a high chew, uh, do it. Just stop right there and do it because your nervous system will rewire.
Yeah, we'll respond.
It will slow down. It's really cool.
So, as you know, I'm on the auxiliary team at work, which means that they have put me through fire training.
Mhm.
So, currently doing my level 1 fire training, which is wild to think that never in my wildest dreams thought I was gonna be on a fire team.
The
But
things you do never surprise me.
this,
Mm.
I mean, you're not wrong. So, one of the techniques when you're in a situation where you're out of air or low on air is they teach you box breathing.
Mhm.
And for them, we're taught 4 seconds.
Yep.
So, it makes sense that the time for me, 5 seconds works great. But this is also years of practice,
Mhm.
understanding what works for me, focusing on that breath. But you have to build up to it. Because you're right. My first time doing it, I'm like 4 seconds. I'm like, not happening.
And it depends where your nervous system is at. Like if you're like way high,
That
it
panic breathing.
it
Mhm.
can be a lot. So again, if you can get 3, if you can get 4, do it. It's going to be fine. It will help.
Breathing. Breathe.
Right? I love breathing.
Breathe.
Love me some air. Reminds me of the Lorax.
Never seen it.
Of course you haven't. You should feel shame. You haven't seen them? Honestly. They can air. It's like this guy, he goes and cuts down all the trees and they sing great little ditties. And I could sing you all the songs in the Lorax. I just love them. And then the Lorax comes down and he's like, what don't you do? Because they can air in this new weird place. And this little shirt guy, he sells people fresh air. And and then they find a tree seed because they go talk to the original guy that cut them all down. And anyway, it's really funny. I forget how we got here. How did we get on canned air?
Breathing. Breathing is great.
Breathing is great. And we don't have to don't breathe canned air. Don't breathe
the tangents we go on.
Don't breathe canned air. We do not condone that. Sorry, I have tears now.
How can you tell who has kids and who doesn't?
Oh, my jeepers creepers. All right. Sorry, that's too much for me now. You're gonna have to go on.
We're gonna switch topics now. So after our first episode, you left me hanging.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, you 100% left me hanging about astral projection.
Okay. Yes.
I need details.
Okay. So yeah, we were talking about Dr. Joe Dispenza and all the things and the cool things in Avatar, and then so. Phoenix came to me because we were talking about Avatar. It was you and I talking about Avatar.
Who is Steph's oldest daughter?
Yeah, that's my daughter. And she was just talking all about James Cameron and how she's like, yeah, Pandora's like a sister planet to us. And he just like goes there and it's all these things. And I was like, Tell me more. I was like, okay, tell me more. I'm like, it makes sense. It checks out for sure. Like, so she's like, yeah, I astral project. I'm like, say, what about a bug in a rug? Like, what? She just dropped it on me just like that. I'm like, on purpose? Because I used to do it, but not on purpose. I didn't know it was happening. All of a sudden I would wake up and I'd be like, Arthur, I was just somewhere else. And he's like, what? And you know, like he does all this stuff also. And he's done some crazy things. So when Phoenix dropped it, I was just like, huh.
So is it intentional or is it accidental?
She's meditating. Because as part of right? Yeah. As part of her that same course, we did it together. And it's called Comfortability. It was actually through the Children's Hospital. And it was actually about my pain. It was a pain clinic that we did because she suffers from migraines. And so they were giving tools for all of these things. And so she has been meditating. That's what she just like lays on her bed and puts her headphones on and boom, she gone. And so, of course, she wants all my books. And she's like, Mom, well, she asked me, she's like, Mom, can we go get books? And I'm like, I have all these books. They're packed, of course. But I was like, okay, so we've got to dig these out. I don't want duplicates. Ain't nobody got time for that. But I don't know how to help her because I don't know how I did it. I just did. It was more of a sleeping situation for me when I did it, and I was just like, okie dokie, cool. And so yeah, I totally want to be able to support her in this. But I mean, you know me, I'm not a good meditator. I shouldn't say that. I don't enjoy meditating the way that it is done. I don't enjoy it. I hate it, actually.
Well, it means you have to sit still for more than 5 seconds.
Not going to happen.
We all know this.
So yeah, no, it's really interesting. So yeah, that's that story. But she's an interesting cat. Like she's just so in tune.
These conversations have been revolved around Phoenix since
right. Do you remember? Do you remember when we used to just give her a deck of tarot cards and be like, "Here, read these"? She's like, okay.
And then this
Yeah.
happens, and then this,
Yeah,
and she would
she's
nail it every
just
time. She was like
so
3.
funny. Yeah, she's just so funny. I wonder how old she is really.
Well, that's all. It goes
Yeah.
a long way back.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're done.
No, I'm gonna turn the question back on you. What
Oh.
do you do to get back to yourself? What's your ritual?
I have a lot of things.
All right, spill.
I have a lot of things. AC/DC, that's one of them.
Oh, they're coming to Edmonton.
We're going. If we don't go, I will probably kill somebody.
Easy.
Yeah. I mean, it's my retirement. It's early retirement, but if I could see AC/DC before my early retirement in jail, then I want that. Okay, I want that for me.
We digress. AC/DC. And what specifically about AC/DC? Do you listen? Do you sing? Do you dance? What do you do?
All of the things. I turn it on really loudly, even though I worry about my reptiles every time I do it. And I'm like, oh, they're poor little vibration frequencies. Anyway, and then I groove, or like, I love Collective Soul. I love Collective Soul. And I actually just I love music because listening to the words, I don't like new music. They don't got it for me. They don't got it. So
Steph's go-to is usually 50s.
yeah. I like old music. And okay, so I told you I'm in a mastermind also. And so there's some really cool stuff we're doing right now. And yeah, it's all about business, entrepreneurial stuff and that. But it's also you take yourself into your business. So you have to get back to yourself and what this is. So
When you don't know who you're you obviously have done a lot of work. You know who you are.
but you have to believe who you are or who you want to become. And that's the thing. It's creating that believability. So we're doing a lot of stuff with Napoleon Hill, and which is, badass. And so I have done the ritual for me of I am statements, and I've posted them. I laminated them even, and I put them on my wall. They're right by my kitchen because I have a weird hallway. And I see.
Oh, I saw those to do and picked
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
I
See,
didn't read
you
them.
can see. I can see them from everywhere. And I have this new thing called the I always call it the wrong thing. I want to call it the definitely maybe. It's not that. It's definitely and maybe don't go together. It's called a definite main purpose statement. It's Napoleon Hill. I can't claim that. No one can claim that. It's his. But I went through and did that through my masterclass. And
Oh, the one that you didn't do the homework for.
yeah, but I've done the homework this week. Fucking nailing it. And you know what? It's so cool. It's so cool. So it's shifting into the believability, right? And that knowledge of, yeah, I actually am this, not I want to be this. I am. And I know it's weird for me. The little things I make ritualistic for myself are the things cleaning that literally no one else notices. I have this book that I found years and years and years ago at Chapters, and I remember sitting in Chapters and reading it, and it was called Everyday Magic. And I was like, this is me. I love this. And it has the weirdest things in there, but it's me. It's what I love. So it's like cleaning your thresholds. What does that actually mean? Because who looks down at your threshold of your door?
Oh, I do every time.
I know, right? And you're like, ooh, that's dirty. Oh, well.
At mine. I don't look at yours. I look at mine.
Right? And so it's like cleaning those things. Cleaning my windows. I clean my windows religiously. Not only do I have giant, disgusting, drooly dogs, but I did it well before I had them. And it was about me viewing the world in a pure light, in the energy that I want to see things, people will see me. And doing those types of things, like if I have to do it, I'm going to do it with joy. So I just say things like, I'm so grateful I have walls to clean. I have a home to live in. It's shifting my mindset from, I have to wash the walls again. If this dog could not drool everywhere, that'd be great. But I bought my dog and I love my dog. Zzz. Dog zzz. And so if I do it with gratitude, then It's so much better. Better to do it with a smile on your face than feel shitty about it. And then your whole space feels better.
Mm. Well, as you know, I went quite a few years without working, and it was realizing who I was, coming back to myself. And in those days that felt absolutely hopeless, gratitude was what I always came back to.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what I was going through, having those moments of gratitude, and some days coming up with 20 things, because that was my minimum number,
Mm.
coming up with 20 things was almost impossible. But it was coming up, okay, did you have a shower today? Yeah. Was it hot water? Yeah, I'm so thankful for hot water.
I literally every day I'm in the shower, I say I am so grateful for hot water. Every single day.
Or like a cup of coffee.
Oh,
I'm
I love me some coffee.
so grateful for coffee.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for amazing conversations with friends. I'm so grateful that I have a roof over my head.
Every day.
And some days, finding 20 things when you feel like your life is spiraling out of control literally can change your view.
Yeah. And on that, it's also for me, it's celebrations, right? Some people want to call it a win. I don't care. Win's a weird word for me. I don't like it. Celebrations. What can you celebrate about what you're doing? Because it's so easy to give somebody else a high five about what they're doing right. Oh my God, you killed that. Dude, sometimes it depends on the day. That's not usually for me, but sometimes, literally for some people, getting up, having that cup of coffee and getting your butt out of bed. High five, bro. Like,
Yeah.
we all have days where we're like, I just can't today. But life moves on.
And it's also understanding people and that no, life isn't perfect.
You're going to take that coffee out today.
I'm going to take the coffee and the table out. That's it. But it's understanding people for where they're at and not having that, well, just hurry up and get a job. Just hurry up and go and do something. Where it's not about what other people need you to do. It's about what you need to do for yourself.
Yeah. It's hard as a parent to have that concept. I recently read something about that and it brought me to like sobbing. But when you're a parent, you always think you have the best interest of your children in mind when you're like, you need to do this, or you should do this, or why can't you just get a job? And then we compare back to that comparison thing we talked about, right? We compare even our children to our lives 20 years ago.
Yeah, get outside and play. I mean, your kids are, they can't wait to get outside and play, but.
Yeah, but some weird stuff happened yesterday where I'm like, please don't go outside. Don't go for that walk. Because it's not the same.
It isn't the same.
It's not the same. And so when we compare to what it was, again, that brings up the energy of like, you're not good enough to them, right? Because they're comparing to us and what we used to do and not being able to get a job. Like for Phoenix, she could get a job, right? But like, can she? Try to be a teenager getting hired, right? It's not the same.
It's not.
And the energy that brings from a parent to your children is it's different, and it's tough.
Well, and as you know, I don't have kids and I can watch through your eyes, but it's not the same. I love your kids like they're my own, and you know that. I always have. And it's different. Like I am not a parent. I do not know firsthand. I'm only getting secondhand information and trying to experience it from my perspective. And that's tough enough.
Mm-hmm. And I think too, like it's hard, and I will always go back to I'm so grateful I have done the work to get better for my family, because I had a situation with Amory, my son, and last night, and he was like hyped up about going to a Pokemon show with Arthur, and they had it planned for the 7th. And I'm like, you can't go. That was my immediate, like, you can't go, because he has a 4-H thing, and it's a mandatory 4-H thing. And so immediately he's devastated. Like he's a feeler. We know this. And I was like, "Okay, I really screwed that up. I should not have done that way." Like, I didn't mean for that to happen. And so it was easy, though, in that moment for me to say that, but then I was like, "Hey," I caught it, and then I was like, "Hey, listen then, okay, you know what I'm learning? I'm learning that I don't have to come from a lacking standpoint, that we create this idea of having to choose this or that. Both of these things are really important to you, and let's work towards a way to change our energy to say, I can have both those things. I can make both those things work if it's energetically right. You don't force things that are not, you know, they're not meant to be, not supposed to be, right? Like you feel that in your gut when it's not supposed to be. But it's an obligation, right? And don't get me wrong, it's speeches, so he's not so keen on it. But it's an obligation that he's committed to. And so changing the perspective of coming from a lacking perspective of I don't get to do this. And he was very upset.
Yeah, him and Pokemon are.
Yeah. And but it's cool. My point is it's really cool to have that shift and bring that to my kids and say, like, no, wait a second. We get to choose. Nobody gets to choose for us. We get to choose. And you choose how you react to that.
That's the other part of the equation. It's our reactions. Like, I don't have a poker face.
No, God. I'm so terrible.
Whatever I'm feeling is 100% to my face all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I used to get in, like, big trouble at work for that.
Nice.
Public face, not for me.
We're working on it. But it's catching ourselves in those moments where, why is this making me so angry? Or why is this upsetting me? Or why am I so happy about this?
Yeah. And feeling those feelings. Because it's okay to be angry. It's okay to not feel good. Don't... You can feel it. It's fine. Don't stay in it. That's the thing. Don't stay in it.
Exactly. All right. You know what time I think it is? To move to our pantry confessions.
It's time for lunch.
The pantry confessions.
Not time for lunch. That's what I say every time my kids ask me. Do you know where that's from? You don't.
I have no idea.
It's from Bubble Guppies. What time is it? It's time for lunch.
Well,
tell me you have kids without telling me you have kids.
It is time for your confessions.
I feel like you should point to it and I'll read it.
No, let's do a second from the bottom.
Second from the bottom right now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I keep telling myself I'll rest when things calm down. After this busy season, after this project, after this phase. But things never really calm down. And when I do slow down, I feel guilty, restless, or like I'm falling behind. I don't actually know how to rest without feeling like I'm doing something wrong. Welcome to the club, Bo.
I was going to say that's part of life, it seems like these days. So another perspective is if you don't take the time to slow down,
time will slow you down for you.
Time will slow you down. That's... if it's looking at our systems as a holistic entity, it needs that time of rest. We need to fill back our buckets. Otherwise, if we're using like project deadlines, for example, if you're trying to get this project done and you're tired and you're exhausted, and sometimes the best thing you can do is step away from it to come back to fresh eyes.
Yeah.
Have that moment of clarity where your mind is thinking clearly again, where you can take action.
Do you know, this is a funny thing, and I'm 100% card-holding member guilty of this. Like, if I sit on the couch during the day and my children are home, they literally ask me what's wrong. Mom, are you okay? Is something wrong with you? And I'm like, well, I just sat down on the couch. I can't even sit on the couch without my family thinking there's something wrong. So that's a problem. But I'm like, when people tell me they like watch TV during the day, I'm like, it gives me anxiety to think to think about that, right? It shouldn't give me anxiety for someone to watch Oprah or Ellen or whatever the hell you watch. I don't even know what on double guppies. Whatever you watch during the day, and I this is a really hard one for me. I'm working on it. I'm trying. But what are the things that I do for myself? It's rare, but I love. Number one's a bath, but it only happens at nighttime. So I know someone who like has a bath in the daytime and they're on Instagram and stuff and like take pictures of their toes in the bubbles. And I'm like, you're weird. That's a judgment, right? But she's relaxing, living her best life. Maybe I'm jealous. I don't know.
I was going to say, it sounds like jealousy because I do it all the
Right?
time. It's amazing.
Right?
Highly recommend.
But like it would literally never happen for me unless I'm sick. Like it just wouldn't happen for me. And so I struggle with this one. I resonate deeply, very deeply with this. And it's a work in progress. Take one step at a time. Deep breathing, dancing, do something. Light a candle. Do you know what actually I have been doing? And again, it's just, I keep going about my day, but I take the time out. I'm like, I like smelly stuff. I really like really nice smelly stuff. Also, trying not to kill my reptiles and give my family cancer. But like, I'll put something I love in my diffuser thingy majiggy. And I'm like, yeah, this is great. I love this. But actually stopping, taking time for myself, getting over that guilt is really hard. It's really hard.
It's definitely not easy, and it takes practice. It does take practice. When I started first taking time for myself and relaxing during the day, or even going for lunch instead of staying at the office, because I'm up at site and I have to walk back to camp and go for lunch. The first couple times I'm like, I can't be here. I have to be in my office.
Do you know what's really interesting about this? And I just downloaded into my brain is that we all have this illusion of time. Time is an illusion. And
If we go back to, we can get really deep and go into the quantum physics about the whole thing, but
literally, I recently, very, very recently, all the time, I'm just stopping time. I'm stopping it. I can stop time, and I know I can. And I do. And the illusion of time is a funny thing because we create the busyness. We create everything around us. And so when we're like, oh, I don't have time for that, it's a lie. You just prioritized something else instead of that other thing. That's the fact of what that is. So stop saying, I don't have time. That's number one. I know it's really hard. I had to do this myself. Don't say, I don't have time for that. Say, it's not my priority right now.
Oh, that's a great shift.
It's the funniest little things. The words you use shift everything around you.
Well, it kind of goes back to what we're grateful for.
Yep.
Oh, I have to do the dishes. No.
I have dishes to eat off.
I just had a beautiful meal and now I get to do the dishes.
Yep.
It's creating those simple mindset changes.
Change them.
That really does change your mindset.
It does. And it starts to literally change your life. The way you view things, the way your frequency shows up, the way you resonate in the world factually shifts. So it can be as simple as every morning I use my EGS. That's Esther Hicks. Okay. Again, I'm not going to claim any of it, right? But they have the energy guidance scale. Okay. Which side are you showing up on? I don't work in an office. I could never work in an office. I would be kicked out in a millisecond. But like,
not wrong.
I'll use teachers as a really great example. This is like so relevant because we were walking through the hallways and looking at the old like class pictures, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if you go back even 10, maybe not 10, 15 for sure, teachers wore dress clothes. period. They dressed up like they were in an office, right? You did not see teachers that you thought were students, that you were like, is that a student or is that a teacher? Uncertain. Because legitimately, when Phoenix was in like grade, I don't know, 4 or 5, I was like, where's your teacher? Because her teacher looked exactly like a student in a baggy sweater and tights. I was like, hey, man, you're living your best life. Shit. So going back, I'm writing it in here. It's about what you wear.
Congratulations.
Right? What you wear every day. That starts your frequency. Just saying. Because if you are sitting in, like me, in black, if I'm wearing black, all black, you should probably check in on me.
Yeah.
Right? It's just not, it's not a good thing for me. I love black and I love black, okay? But if I'm wearing all black in a day, there's usually something going on. So if I look in my closet and I'm like, look at all those beautiful colors. And I'm like this, there's like so much happening. And I'm like, this is so happy. Or if I wear shoes, like I wore comfy shoes today because I don't like cold feet. But like I'll wear power shoes, man. Like I gotta go face the world. I gotta go do these things. Use your energy guidance scale to make your decisions. Period.
Yeah. So if that requires a little bit of rest because you're tired,
Yep.
allow it.
Yeah. Do the things that make you happy, man. And allow it.
Allow it. The worst thing that we can do is try to make ourselves feel guilty over the necessities of life.
The world's going to do that enough for us. We don't need to do it for ourselves.
Yeah. Exactly. Quit the judgment on ourselves. That's super tough, but look at it. So one thing that was, I don't remember where it came from, but it's been said over and over again, where would you say that to a 3-year-old? The things that we say to ourselves, would you say that to a 3-year-old or a 5-year-old? Because what we say to ourselves as an adult is literally speaking to our inner child.
Mm-hmm.
I would never look at one of your kids and be like, you look terrible today, and God, are you stupid? Ah! Like, that's not something you say to a child.
I mean, some people do, and those people suck.
Well, it's not something that I want. That's not the person I want to be.
No, hell no.
So reflecting that back to myself, we're reflecting it back to you,
Mm-hmm.
reflecting it back to anybody,
Mm-hmm.
because how we reflect our energy inwards is how we're reflecting it outwards.
That's a fact. Hence why I wash my windows.
Back to the windows. I love it. And on that note, I think this is a good episode. What do you think?
I think I could talk like this forever. We do talk like this forever.
We definitely do.
Yeah.
Well, you know
It's
what?
fun though.
It is. You know I love you.
I love you. Yeah.
We'll see you next time. Mwah.